What's up, guys and gals? I have once again changed my crops around, because why not? You gotta keep yourself entertained in the middle of waiting for stuff to become harvestable. Welcome back to Slime Rancher. My name is Splattercat. I think I've bypassed a day or two. I'm not really sure. I was playing for a little while. While not necessarily really paying attention altogether well, so I don't know how long it's been. I played the game, things have happened. I haven't really harvested anything, I don't think, so take that, chicken. I tried to shoot him with the... Tried to shoot him with that right there. The pogo fruit, as it is referred to. You ever shot a chicken with a pogo fruit? Pretty good for catharsis. Pretty solid way to blow off some stress at the end of the day. Pretty solid way to blow off stress. I think. Ooh, treasure cracker number 2. Well, shit. Maybe I'll get on some of that action, too. These guys are all fed and good to go. So, you know what? I'm just going to store up the Q-berries for later, instead of worrying about them right now, because we don't need them, and so I don't see any real reason to kill off my entire supply. I will take some of these chickens with me, too, just to keep them breeding at a nominal rate. Cool. Oh, the Oka. I completely forgot about my Oka. I don't think I've been back over here in a while. Cool. Got the Oka. Take care of that. Oh, I gotta replant all this shit. See, I missed out on a bunch of Oka right there, but it's all good. It's not that upsetting because it's already been taken care of. As long as there's some left over, it's not really that bad. And then we can throw the remainder inside of there just in case. If I had like a hundo stack of like every resource, that'd probably leave me in a pretty satisfied situation. The hens for the kitty slimes. There you go. Eat and be merry, merry kitties. Have a merry, merry kitty. I'm going to make some more lampposts, too, because it's going to look badass walking into our base in the middle of the night. Got all these slimes on guard. Put little turrets on top that are connected to the slime's mood, and then also, that might not work out for me. Never mind. After all, who could a slime inside of a jar be more angry at than the guy that shoved him inside of a jar? Yeah. Let's maybe... Ooh. Hello? Yes, please. The lava is actually kind of hard to come by if you didn't know. The lava is it's a rare spawn. You don't get it very often. It's kind of like the diamonds, where like when you do get it, you probably want to keep it on your person. Okay, so those are all done. Luckily, we have like a big supply of everything we might need for the future. So I would actually really like to see the slime breeding involve the resources that you pick up as well. Like if you take a pink slime and you mix it with like a spiral steam or something like you feed it to it, like something interesting will happen, you know what I mean? I feel like something like that would really add to the game as well. Like, I'm a big fan of item interactions. That's one of the reasons why I like Stardew Valley so much. And the reason I bring it up is because Stardew Valley is such a perfect example of games like this. Sandbox games where there's only the structure that you personally assign to the game. There's no structure otherwise. It's just like, what do you want to do for the game? All right, then you do that thing, and then you work outside of that structure. I feel the same way about most survival sandboxy type games, where you have to invent the narrative for yourself. Ain't nobody going to do it for you. With the minty mangoes, we're going to refill their feed trough. We're also going to get rid of all of the ones that have gotten stuck up against the sucker. Cool. That's all done. Let's deposit these right here. And it may be about time. I got to go back and I got to get the deep brine. But I'll get that on the run. I think my honey things are probably ready over in the jungle, too. Man, there's a lot of walking going on. Whole lot of walking taking place. Whole lot of walking. Then again, isn't that most video games? I feel like most video games are basically just walking simulators nowadays. And some are better than others. Like, for example, when we took a look at Maze, I went into that game knowing it was going to be weird and absurd because I had seen some stuff about it. Like, I had seen a couple of the play trailers or whatever. And going in, I knew it was going to be goofy, but I figured, it's going to be a walking simulator with some jokes. We'll see what happens along the way, and instead you get a game that's like, it's a game that's about walking from location to location, but the stuff you get in between is so compelling and interesting and funny that you're like, all right, I'm perfectly fine. Like, it gives me motive to walk around and do the things I'm supposed to be able to do, whereas some games you just walk through and you're like, what the shit is the point of all this? Like, why am I bothering with this right now? Still no diamonds. Where is the diamond? Not inside my inventory. That is for sure. I wonder if I put them inside the crystal caves if I have better luck. It's a little bit farther off and a little bit more difficult to access, but... Oh, cool. We got lava from over here, too. Damn, son. Giving us all them goodies. Getting us stacked up right now. Ooh, that guy got a good yield. He got a real good yield. Get those slimes out of there, though. I don't need them. So we got the Indigonium at least. We've got things that'll allow us to craft some stuff. We've got one more drill over on this side that's facing the wrong way. I don't know why I do these things to myself. Ow. I'm getting my ass kicked right now. I don't want to play like that. There we go. We'll get them up and out of the way. And I'm going to try and put pumps. Sorry, not pumps. I'm going to go to the Crystal Cave and see if I can put any of my drills inside of there. I doubt it'll give me any bonuses or anything like that. I looked up where the diamonds are at, and it seems like I'm fairly on point about it. I just want to see if there's any, like, efficiency stuff that I can optimize here. Oh, yeah, I got the Treasure Cracker Mark II, too. I should probably play around with that. Oh, I ain't got no juice, though. I can't hop up to the upper layer. I'm land-bound. This is far too close to real life, and this is deeply upsetting. There we go, filling up that meter. Oh, my God, over the last weekend, I play a lot of Destiny in my free time. I don't know if you guys know this about me as a person, but I play a ton of Destiny. Like, seriously, I play a lot of Destiny. I play more Destiny than is probably healthy. I play a lot of it. Like, a lot of it. And last weekend was the Iron Banner event where you got to run around and just do PvP with randos for days on end. Wasn't super stoked about... Oh, we're all out of drill... Oh, my limit has been reached on drills. Never mind. That's cool. That's cool. Something to think about. All finished off there. I'm just going to levitate over you guys. I don't want to attract your ire. I don't want to attract your ire. It's a scary thing for me that I don't want to be involved with. And then I'm going to try and pick up the deep brine on the way back so that at least we pick up some of the resources that are laying around. Alright, so that spit me out back up here. Yes, using the teleporters would probably be a little bit more efficient, but we've got so many random things laying around on the ground that I feel like it's a good plan to... Oh yeah, they should also randomize where the treasures are at so that every single time you play through the game they're in different spots. I would just select spots on the map just like you do with this thing right here, but then just make them cycle and be like blues can spawn in any of these like 10 locations, you know what I mean? Greens can spawn in any of these 15 locations. Purples can spawn in these locations with increasing rarity and difficulty of access. Out of the way, you bulbous bastard. I got nicknames for all y'all. Alright, so I just want... Actually, I don't really want that right now. I do, however... Oh, it's just spiral steam. Never mind then. Never mind then. I will take the spiral steam back with me, I guess. And it's not that long of a walk back to base, so it should be fairly simple to get ourselves situated there. Yeah, the Iron Banner event. So for those of you that don't play Destiny, it's typical MMO shit. They're like, here's a meter that you have to fill up once a month. For rewards, you can't get any other way. Nope, you gotta do this thing. You gotta sit here and be miserable for the next 2 days. And so I finished my Iron Banner thing yesterday. Got it up to rank 5 again. Still don't have the chest piece, though. Deeply upsetting. I have, like, everything, like, all the guns. I don't have the auto rifle, and I don't have the chest piece. And it's just like, I would like to have those things. I would very much like to procure those things. I don't know why I would like to. They're fake things inside of a video game that don't matter at all. And someday they're going to, like, shut down the servers, and it's just going to be like, well, farts. It's going to suck. Because I'm going to have invested all this time. I can't think about that before I start an MMO. It removes all the fun for me. I'm like, man, someday they're going to shut down the servers, though. Yes, yes, they are. Like, well, then why even bother? Alright, a little bit more Indigonium. Strange Diamond's like the only thing that we're waiting on right now. Blue coral columns. Yeah, I'll make some blue coral columns. Royal jelly I think we get from our apiaries. I think that's just like the diamond. Like, I think everything has like its own thing that it produces, basically. Yeah, give me some more lamps, too. I would like it if they would make it so it would stay on the thing you have selected, too, when you click on it. I realize that's probably like an alpha thing or like a new implementation thing, and it's probably not permanent. But just in case it is, I would love for it to stay on the thing that I'm selecting, because sometimes I just want to go ding, 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 and produce a whole bunch of random stuff. There we go. So we got pink plorts on this side. Let's go see what some of these curios and decorations look like, because we're not using any of the resources on anything else. I swear, we're not. It's just like... We're not. I could try and make up a fact and be like, yes, I am definitely utilizing this thing. But I'm not. 100% not. So you guys are still like eating and doing your thing. You guys still have food left. I need to get you guys fixed up with some veggies. I haven't dealt with my slimes in a little bit because I've been sleeping through every single night and then just doing like a brief harvest at the beginning of every single day so that we can maintain some level of forward focus. I feel like I got lost for like 4 or 5 episodes where nothing was happening. And trying to bring it on back now before we finish this thing off and call this series to a close, which should be happening pretty soon. Not like crazy soon, but I mean after I produce all the slime things that I want to do. There we go. So I'm going to put in a bunch of these so that when you're walking back into town, you can just see a whole bunch of these slime lamps. And I think it's going to look pretty dope. I think it's going to look pretty live. I'm excited about it. So what do the blue columns look like? Oh, they make it look like more watery or whatever. It makes it feel like you live by the beautiful sea. By the sea, Mr. Todd. Something, something, something. Don't remember the words, but I've got the melody. But I keep going because I got to fill space on this audio track during an episode. Alright, so we got that right there. I needed carrots for somebody. Oh, yes, I did indeed. Yes, I did indeedly doodly. Alright, we'll do some little harvesting right now. We'll do a little harvesting. Then we'll go nappy nighttime. That's my ultra mature word for going to bed at night. I find that it really convinces people that you've got a well-developed stock portfolio. It really makes them believe in your fiscal prowess. Good to go. Good to go. Good to go. Good to go. Alright, so we got enough things to stock up, like, most of the pens right now. I still lack the chicken supplies. I do think that maybe having an extra chicken coop or something like that would probably even that out, but honestly, I've got so many chickens right next to my base that I'm not that concerned. So with the oak... Oh, they've got carrots over here. Well, why did I do that? That was foolish. Here, you guys brighten up, I guess. And since I've got to use these on somebody, I guess I'll use them over here. There you go. Inefficiency, ho! Once again, worst superhero ever. Like, pay for an hour, but you don't get your money's worth. You never get your money's worth. Oh, well. I shouldn't laugh at that joke, but I do. Because, what's the worst that can happen? People on the internet get upset with me. Oh, noses. Not people on the internet anger. That's the worst kind of anger that affects my life the most. Honey plorts. Alright, and then the Q berries are bound for the phosphor slimes. Then we'll sleep through the night and we'll see what our harvests are looking like tomorrow, because that should knock a good 16 minutes or so. Well, actually, I get up at 6 a.m., so no, it's only going to knock off like 9 minutes from our timers. But still. Oh, you guys are good to go. Okay, I will feed you in the morning then, because it doesn't matter for right now. Done. Slept till morning. 9 hours passed. That'll probably leave us with the ones that we threw on there. I think I was over there like 8 minutes into the episode or something like that, so puts us kind of close to being done with it, but there we go. Suck up a few more chickens. Throw the Elder Roostros and all the Briar Hens in there because, meh. I'm going to have to earn a little bit more money because the Treasure Cracker is no doubt going to cost like 12K or something like that. It's got to. There's no way it doesn't cost like an arm and a leg. The last one I think was like 7,500, so as far as expensive upgrades go, these are on the higher end of the list. Oh, it's 9,000. Okay, that's not as bad as I expected. I thought it was going to be a lot worse. I thought it was going to be like 15, and then the next one was going to be like 30 or 25 or something. Just because everything in the Slime Science expansion feels like it's meant to extend the game out and just like make it take longer. For better or for worse, like most of the stuff I've seen in this expansion seems to be loaded in that direction. Like, how can we make the game last longer and like force duration? I would be careful with that as a strategy. Now, the big thing about making proclamations at this point, about like what I would do in this situation is that it makes you look like an asshole. But ever the giver, like I said about the Giving Tree, I'm okay with that. I would rather give my opinion and be thought an asshole than, you know. So the thing about artificially extending the gameplay, however, and my guess is that knowing the developer and the way that he's moved this along already, is that he's got a plan. We're just kind of seeing like one of the interim stages right now. We're not seeing like the end game. We're just seeing stuff getting added, and as the stuff is getting added, we're not seeing the uses for it just yet. But my guess is that he's got stuff that's going to stack on top of the stuff that's already been implemented, because I personally wouldn't add it to the game myself if I didn't have like already like the next stage planned out. That's just begging for heartache. I've seen too many developers do that where they'll implement like a feature, but they have like no idea where it goes, and then so they just run with it, and they're like, ah, well, hope for the best. And it's good to have a plan. A plan is not the worst thing that you can have. Anybody hungry in there? I need phosphor plorts so that I can make more glow stick slimes. Yeah, there you go. Enjoy. Eat up. Chow down. Do your thing. Go to town. Do these need to be replanted? Can't recall if this is my third harvest, but you know what? I'm going to preempt it and just say that yes, it's my third harvest. Why not? I suppose I could drop something next to each crop after I harvest it, just to count how many times I've harvested. That might work, actually. I can make like an artificial timer, I guess. Like an unimplemented timer. It's just me using the tools inside of the game. But then you got to worry about stuff rotting before you get through it. So maybe, maybe not. I don't know if I trust a fruit that's a cube, although you'll be able to test its freshness pretty easily. Like, as it grows, does it start out with really, really sharp edges that are difficult to deal with, and then as it gets ripe, the edges kind of round out? I bet that's how it works. I bet that's how it works. I know stuff about botany. Alright, so now you guys are finally on the efficiency diet. You guys are probably happy with what you got going on right there. These guys needed Oka Oka. Their carrot stash is, like, deep, though. Their carrot stash is hell's deep. These guys took the Oka Oka, so that's fine. That'll be tapped out in just a minute. We should have time to harvest one more thing by the end of the episode, I think. We haven't been out to the apiaries in a while. It's been a long-ass time since we've been out there. Oh, good. You guys are still ready to roll. Good. I'll keep that in mind as I stock you up with more carrots then. You guys take those. Don't think twice about it. I am going to run back over to the... Oh, I don't know. I'll probably run back over to the jungle zone at this point. The jungle zone. It's the bestest zone. Tell you just what's on in the jungle zone. Yeah. And with all this infinite sprint speed, keep an eye out for blue chests, because they'll unlock new curios and doodads that we can fiddle around with. Because I'm harvesting things, I'm probably going to get rare spawns, so... I think there was a bluebee over here, actually. Yeah, I think it's up top. Hold on a moment. Let me refill my water while I wait for my energy to come back. Energy, do your thing. Yes. Alright, that should be enough. Yeah, there it is. So inside this pod, we have been gifted with the pink coral column. It's a joke, Coral. It's a joke. We got to rehash those old dank memes that are now no longer quite so dank. Although that was one of the ones that I particularly liked. The dad jokes from Walking Dead were pretty funny, actually, because it's the juxtaposition of a serious scene. That's the thing. Is like that's a really in the tempo of the show. That's like a really, really emotional, like sad scene, and then people like superimposing dad jokes over the top of it for some reason made it all that much funnier. Like it's like, well, I can't watch that scene anymore. I watch that scene and I just start thinking about dad jokes, like why don't ants get sick? Because they've got little antibodies. It's just like. There's so many, like, dad jokes out there. God. And you hear the one about the prospector that got caught in the cave-in? Yeah, he suffered minor injuries. See, there's so many. There's so many. My dad was a big one for the dad jokes. I thought my dad was the only person that did that, too. Like, when I was growing up, he'd be like, oh, hey, hungry, I'm dad. Like, I swear to God, every dad has that joke. It's like they've got their own subreddit somewhere where they just discuss these things. I think you get different pulls based on where you put them in the zone, too. Like, if you put them in, like, a particularly honey-laden zone. So I've got a pump right there. I think really what I need to do is I just need to craft more drills and refineries and stuff like that, I guess. Probably could have done that before I came out here since they don't take up inventory space, which is a really cool feature, I might add. I like that a lot, that they don't take up my inventory space. I very much prefer that. I don't know if there's a quicker way back to town than where I'm at right now, aside from maybe using the tabby slime thing over here to jump over. I'm going to add, once I get this area like farmed out completely, I'm going to add teleporters to each one. However, the downside of the teleporters is that you need the diamonds. Where is the diamond? Not inside my inventory. Nowhere near my inventory. Not even kinda. Not even a little bit. I have no diamonds right now. I can't cast chromatic orb. It's done for. See, this is what D&D has done to me. My brain is full of bullshit information that I don't need to know just to placate players at this point. My brain is just jam-stocked with information that's super situationally useful. It's just like, oh, what do you need to cast chromatic orb? A diamond worth 50 GP or more. What do I need to cast identify? A pearl of value 100 gold or more. Why would I ever need this information? Why do I need to know this? Why is that the information that gets stuck in my head, but I can't remember the rules for scrolls? You ever wonder why your brain is selective, like why it latches onto some information and not others? It's the same thing as that joke from Family Guy. Why is that the one that I remembered? It's not that it was more funny. I didn't laugh at it, really. Like, it's not that it was more funny than any of the other jokes. Oh, I don't need drills. I need apiaries. Oh, I don't have phosphor plorts. Little shitty balls on my face. Okay. Well, then let's handle this issue. Because I think I should probably have quite a few phosphor plorts sitting around in an inventory somewhere. And while I gather those, I will probably call it a day over here. I will probably call it a day. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Slime Rancher. I will see you all next time. It's been a lot of fun so far. I do like this game tremendously. I can't wait to see how it develops, how it gets better as time goes along, because every single time I play it, it's like it gets a little bit better and it gets a little bit more fun. So I would love to see where it's going in the future. I will see you all in future episodes. Thank you for stopping on in. Bye, everybody.